Hey, this is Val Talonheart with the second boss of the second area of Has Been Heroes, the Shield boss. And this guy you see here is a very important target. So let's get started. This is the Shield boss. And you're seeing things right. He has 50 stamina. That is no joke. But the stamina is not the main priority of this fight. The main priority of this fight are the suicide bombers. They're the little guys I just showed you with the mohawks. They actually are freeze bombs. And if you blow them up within the proximity of the shield boss, you will actually freeze him in place and be able to do direct damage without even having to worry about his stamina. The suicide bombers do appear somewhat regularly, and the safest way to deal with them is to use any kind of ranged spell on them. Melee should only be a last resort. Never use melee if any adds are very close to the suicide bomber, because you're only going to get hurt. And the other big thing is you want to just keep the adds at bay so you don't become overwhelmed, because just like Fister, like this guy keeps spawning adds, and that can really prove to be a problem if you don't keep them down. But overall, just they die fast, they're not too bad. The other thing you can do is utilize the adds to do backstab attacks. For those familiar with the mechanics, if you snap back into your slot and go through enemies, you will actually do backstab damage and go right through the boss's stamina and do direct damage without having to worry about freezing them. But you don't want to overdo it because you have to keep the boss far away. He is somewhat slow of a boss, and there is no lane changing, so he's a very immobile boss, for lack of a better term. But you just don't want him to get up close, as you just saw right there. But yeah, he's not that bad. It's just the one thing that can make the fight harder than it should be is if you are not getting enough of skeletons that are popping up that you have to blow up to freeze them, and or not enough ranged spells, because hitting the freeze bombs are a last resort with your melee guys, because like I said before, if you have adds too close to you when you punch one of the suicide bombers, you're only going to get hurt, and you may even possibly get killed depending on who hits a skeleton. But with that, I'm going to leave you to watch the boss fight, and hope to see you with the next boss fight, which will be the lightning ghoul, which I will have to say is definitely a step up from the end boss of the first run. But I will see you then, and this is Val Talonheart signing off.
great monster is slain.